From a very young age already, most of us in modern societies are already taught to sit in this very dominant movement habit, so in the seated posture. But as we know, most of us, most human beings are naturally developed to sit in the deep squat position, so in this position. Now notice the difference between the range of motion that you achieve in the ankle joint and the hip joint in this particular position. Now compare it again to that seated posture. Now what this does over time, specifically if we relate this to our other most dominant natural movement habits, such as walking or running, is that we're taking those primary joints, so the ankle joint, through their end ranges of motion. So imagine you're sitting here for hours on end, and then suddenly you want to go for a long walk or a run where the demand is for your ankle to move unrestricted in that range of motion. Most people are going to have compensations due to lack of range of motion here. Typically what we will see is because they can't move forward in the sagittal plane, the foot will move out and the knee will move in. Now this leads to another series of other complications that may cause injury and or pain. So one of the best ways to make sure you don't lose this habit, but also to regain this habit, is sitting regularly in the deep squat. Now, of course, if many of us can't do this at this point in time, then a very good way to start doing this, to start with, is to mobilize the ankle joint. Now we go through this thoroughly depending if you have any type of foot pathology, such as the rigid foot or the flat foot, which may make it hard by just simply sitting here to regain that mobility. But for many of you who don't necessarily have those issues, starting with just a slight heel elevation under your heels, spending some time there, getting your tendons and muscles and soft tissues and joints more resilient in this position over time will make sure that you can walk, run, and do any other activities less inhibited. So just spending time here obviously is not enough. If you have particular restrictions, it is really important that you solve any other factors that may be limiting you in sitting here, such as mentioned before, having rigid feet, ankle injuries that may restrict the joint motion. So if you do, we highly recommend you check out either Rigid Foot Workshop or the Fix Your Feet Workshop, where we go particularly through how you can mobilize the ankle joint, specifically if you have other issues relating to it. And then once you're done there, start spending some more time in deep squat. Make it into a culture within your family, if you do have one, to normalize it, because it has become so abnormal to see people sitting in this position, and that we frankly think is a wrong thing. So check it out, let us know what you think, and good luck.